Well, as I record this video, there are merely hours left in 2025, but I did not want this to be the first year in nearly 20 years of being on YouTube that I went the entire year without posting a video. And the truth is that I've had a lot to say, but have simply been focusing on other aspects of my life and have put this on the back burner deliberately. And this is the longest I've gone without posting a video. There have been plenty of other times where it would be months and months, and of course, the YouTube algorithm doesn't like that at all. And I'm sure this video will get garbage views, but I've been thinking a lot lately about what I'm even doing with this channel. It's a strange time for YouTube in general. YouTube is full of AI slop. And I should leave that mistake in there to prove to you that I am in fact not more goddamn AI slop. Some of it can be mildly entertaining, but more and more the moment I realize that it's some artificially generated voice and some AI script, the more I just automatically tune it out. I try and spot it in advance. I'm sure a lot of you probably feel the same. The internet is just not what it used to be. YouTube is not what it used to be. And even if the dead internet theory wasn't a real thing, it's quickly becoming a real thing. But in a strange way that almost makes me want to get back into doing this. Because I feel like there's so much to be said. There's so much in the world worth addressing. But I also feel a kind of, I don't know, I guess you might call it a midlife crisis, about due for one of those, or reaching a point in your life where you start to realize that you're not going to change the world merely by talking at people. And you start to think, okay, why am I doing this at all? And go through various stages of trying to figure shit like that out. And I realized that I started this mostly because I wanted a place to say what I wanted to say, and it seemed novel at the time, way back in 2006, to be able to post on YouTube and not be controlled by the mainstream media with its filters. Although that whole term is, to me, pretty much outmoded. Sometimes, as a more liberal person, I get accused of watching CNN, and I think that's hilarious because no one watches CNN. The so-called mainstream media is increasingly irrelevant to anyone who isn't a baby boomer, and yet it's still this foil that people are attacking when they talk about, oh, no one's talking about this except for, wait, yes, everyone is talking about that. The mainstream media is becoming irrelevant, and there was a time when I thought that was a good thing. There was a time that I thought that people like me, ordinary people, could go on a place like YouTube and state their point of view, and that would be a good thing. And ooh boy, do I not think that anymore. But I guess it's just been a process of getting back to a place of not giving a fuck. Not giving a fuck about views, not giving a fuck about the sort of people who want to make dumb arguments at me and waste my time, not really giving a fuck about playing the YouTube game and making polished videos, but just using this as a platform to say what I want to say, and as a creative outlet, because the world is in such a completely idiotic place right now. And in the past, I'd make videos and people would accuse me of having contempt. And I would try and evade those sorts of accusations, but the reality is, in certain cases, yes, I do in fact have contempt. So fucking sue me. It's not as if there's no one in the world worthy of contempt. Because, truthfully, and this is the sort of thing that would require videos unto themselves, but I feel like I've become a political heretic. And by that I mean that within societies that are democratic or have the pretense of being democratic, there is this game people play in which you can criticize parties as much as you want, you can criticize politicians as much as you want, you can criticize this system as much as you want. But the average person, the average citizen, is considered some sort of non-combatant. And when you say, maybe the problem is with the voters and how they think, people look at you like you just napalmed an orphanage, like it's some sort of war crime. But I'm pretty disgusted with the state of my society for reasons which, if they need to be explained to you, you are in fact part of the problem. But the good news is that leaves me somewhat spoiled for choice when it comes to content, because there's no shortage of things to talk about. So watch this space, and Happy New Year. I'll be back.